welcome back to Marissa Explains It All, and today I'm going to be doing a discussion and tutorial with the new Lorac Mega Pro 2 palette that was just released at Ulta. It is a blue, really pretty, beautiful cobalt blue package, and I will show you last year's palette just so you can get a frame of reference, although I know a lot of people didn't get it. Here's the Lorac Mega Pro 1. It was a burgundy package, and the Pro 2 is a blue package. And I'll open it up for you because that's why you're here, to see it, right? Hurry up and show it to you. That's what I always think when I'm watching videos. So here it is. Here is the inside of the Lorac Mega Pro 2. And if you know anything about the Lorac Pro palettes, they're highly coveted, very well liked. And they have shadows, 2 rows of shadows, so 1 matte row and 1 shimmer row. So these are Mega Pros, so they have 2 matte rows and 2 shimmer rows. So this is the Mega Pro 2, and I'll compare it to the Mega Pro 1. Here is the Mega Pro 1. So, if you can see them, there they are. I'm trying to get them in the same shot. So there they are. Here's the newest one, and here's last year's version. Now, one thing I have to say when I first saw the Mega Pro 2 was that there are a lot of light shades in it, and I'm not really a fan of light shades. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I like to have a highlight shade and a blending shade at minimum, but then to have all of these light, really light shades was just kind of overkill in my opinion. And when I first saw it, I thought, those are too many light shades. I just wasn't really jazzed about it. But I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it for you. Porcelain, Bisque, Sugar, Moonlight. So here they are. See, they're very similar, all white shades. So here's Porcelain, Bisque, Sugar, Moonlight. I mean, can you even really tell the difference? These 2 on the bottom are shimmery and these 2 are mattes. So, let me just swatch them on my arm. So here is, and they probably won't show up, so I'll apologize, but here's Porcelain, Bisque, Sugar, Moonlight. They're all really similar to my skin tone, so I'm sorry that if you can't really see them, but I can't really do anything about that. The next 4 are Custard, Lavender, Chiffon, Seashell. Custard, Lavender, Chiffon, Seashell. Here's Custard, Lavender, Chiffon, Seashell. Again, with the shades that barely show up on my skin. Actually, I used Custard and Lavender today in my look. You'll see if you stay tuned for the tutorial portion, you will see how I use those in my look today. Tawny, Purple, Prosecco, Peony. Here they are. Tawny, Purple, Prosecco, Peony. There are those. Next row, let's see here. Burlap, Sorbet, Soft Plum, and Dark Sienna. The mattes feel like, to the touch, they feel really buttery and soft. And if you're familiar at all with Lorac's formula, it is so soft and buttery that when you put your brush in, powder goes everywhere. So that is something to note if you are thinking of getting this palette, that they're very soft, so you can easily make a mess with them. So here's Burlap, Sorbet, Soft Plum, Dark Sienna. Here is Melon, so I'm starting this row here. Melon, Goji, Cinnamon, and Penny. Here's Melon, Goji, Cinnamon, and Penny. So when I touch them, I can just tell that they're just like really soft. You can see some of the mattes, they swatch a little bit patchier than the shimmers, but I did notice I did have to build them up a little bit when I put them on, like when I packed it on my lid. There are those shades there. Now this one is Tangerine, Cabernet, Sandstone, and Olivine. So Tangerine, Cabernet, Sandstone, Olivine. Saddle, Ash, Gunmetal, Gold Leaf. Saddle, Ash, Gunmetal, Gold Leaf. And I used Ash in my look today as well. So Gunmetal is really pretty. Forest, Black, Blue Quartz, and Black Ivy. So here's Forest, Black, Blue Quartz, and Black Ivy. And I'm actually using Blue Quartz in my look today as well. So, Forest, Black, Blue Quartz, Black Ivy. So you can see on the eye, I mean, I haven't used them yet because I've just created this one look, but on the eye, I would imagine that Black Forest and Black Ivy are very similar. So you can see just, you can see just the outside of the shadows a little bit, like it's already smudged because they're so soft. So when you put your brush into them, it can pick up a lot of dust. And some people don't like that about the Lorac formula, that it's so soft that it can go all over the place and you have to really tap off your brush after you dip into the product. I have the Blue Quartz shade on the outside of my eye and I had to build it up a little bit. I had to actually use my finger to pack it on there. And then I have a lavender on the front of my eye. So some of the shades, you have to build up, but I really liked the way it blended out and I knew that they would be really soft and powdery shadows. The only thing I think I really was disappointed was just all the white shades. Like, why do we need so many light colored shades? You could tell there is a slight difference. So if you have, a warmer skin tone, there's custard, or if you have a cooler skin tone, there's bisque for your blending shade. And then there's tawny and burlap for darker skin tones for a blending shade. So it is really nice that it covers all skin tones so that anyone can have a shade for their blending shade, but I don't know that we need all of like the shimmery ones, and I just feel like it was a little bit redundant in that respect. And then also with the darks, this Forest and the Black. Black is the only shadow that is repeated in both the Pro 1 and the Pro 2, and then this Black Ivy shade I feel like are a little bit redundant. So this one's a shimmery black and that one's a matte black, but I don't know, I just don't think that we necessarily needed both. So that is my review and discussion of the Lorac Mega Pro 2. If you continue watching this video, you can see how it performed on the eyes and how I came up with this look. If you want it, it is available only exclusively at Ulta. I would suggest going to get it. I will put a link down in the description bar. I think they did a much better job this year with the marketing and just the customer service and the overall experience in general. So that is my review, and go ahead and stay tuned for the tutorial portion. Okay, so I'm just going to get right into the tutorial here with the Lorac Mega Pro. And I'm going to start out with the shade right here called Porcelain under my eyebrow and on my brow bone. And then the shade called Custard as a blending shade in my crease. I'm going to take my flat shader here and go into that shade Porcelain and put that on my brow bone as a highlight. And then into that shade Custard, and just put that all over as my blending shade. I'm going to take another flat shader brush and I'm going to go into the shade Lavender right here, and this shade over here called Blue Quartz. And I'm going to put those on my lid and then blend them together. So on the first half of my lid, I'm going to put the shade Lavender. It's this matte lavender shade. Okay, and then Blue Quartz on the outer portion. And I have to build these up a little bit. I'm just gonna kind of blend them together on the lid. And then take my blendy brush and blend it up so there's no harshness there. Then for my crease, I'm going to use this really tapered kind of egg-shaped crease brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Purple right there, and then this shade Ash. So purple is a matte dark purple and ash is a matte dark gray. So first I'm going to take purple and I'm going to put that in my outer V. And on the same brush, I'm going into the ash shade and putting it over where I put the purple. To make it even darker. And then again, blendy brush and blend it. I feel like I lost some of that blue shade, so I'm going to actually take my finger and go into that Blue Quartz shade and pack it on that way because it makes it a lot more dense, the color. And then again on that flat brush into the lavender shade. And just to help blend that blue shade on the lid. I'm just going to blend this more because of course we get skippy in the front. Always skippy in the front. That's what happens when you age, ladies. Alright, now for the bottom. I'm going to use my Stila liner in the shade Ultramarine, which is a blue. I'm going to line my waterline. And I'm going to take a very small shader brush and go into that shade Purple, which again is that matte purple. I'm just going to run that below where I put the blue on my waterline. And then go into that lavender shade and just put that on the inner portion of my lower lash line. And for liner today, I used my MAC Fluid Line in the shade Waveline, and it is a blue shade. And I'm going to use a very fine, so it's just a straight little Sonia Kashuk brush. I'm just going to add that to my top lash line. The thing I do notice about this liner is that it's not completely fully opaque. The first time you put it on, you kind of have to go over it a couple of times. Okay, so there is the finished eyeshadow look. I'm going to go ahead and add some mascara and I will be right back. Alright, so I went ahead and added the mascara and you can see the final eyeshadow look using the Lorac Mega Pro 2. I used all matte shade except for that Blue Quartz shade was, it's a little bit of a shimmer shade, and you saw that I had to build them up a little bit. They blended out nicely. But I felt like I had to build them up a little bit to get the opacity that I wanted. But I like the way that the shades blended in the crease and everything, nice and smoky looking. So moving on to my cheeks, I'm going to use my Urban Decay Afterglow blush in the shade Obsessed, and it is pink. Just apply that to my cheeks here. I'm going to use my Lorac lipstick in the shade Girl Next Door. So there is my review and tutorial using the new Lorac Mega Pro 2, still available as far as I could tell at Ulta. So if you're interested, you should go out and pick it up. It sold out like crazy last time, so I was shocked that they had it. That's why I wanted to hurry up and get this video out. So if you guys really wanted it, you could still get it. So if you like my videos, go ahead and like and subscribe, and you'll see more from me later. Okay, thanks for watching.